Blinded by science, I'm on the run. Blinded by science, where do I belong? What's in the future? Has it just begun? Blinded by science, I'm on the run. I worry about the world that we live in.
Look at this fakery with these cows running across the screen. People can't see this is nothing but complete garbage.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
Elon Musk and his fraud called SpaceX, nothing more than fakery. Let's take a look at the footage once again. Something I want to break down, as I showed before. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, no offense, but you got to be a complete moron if you believe this. Let's take a closer look at this. I mean, again, I talk about where are the stabilizers being used as this basically a pencil of a rocket's falling from space, from the sky, and there's nothing. Now, the official story, what is given, they're using these so-called grid fins to use as stabilizers as this supposed rocket comes in for a vertical landing. I mean, it's a complete joke. I mean, you would expect some type of stabilizer at the very top of the rocket. You know, coming down at this speed, there's absolutely no thrust on either side. And just, again, these fin stabilizers used to land this rocket. And one thing I want to point out as well, a lot of knuckleheads coming to my channel telling me, well, I seen the launch of SpaceX from the beach. I'm not disputing they launched this thing. There's no dispute about that. That's not the dispute. That's not the argument. The problem is this pencil coming in for a landing. That's what I'm disputing. With all the footage that should be available by SpaceX, all you have is this one vantage point. And again, you just see the rocket take off, but as you see in this diagram, as the first stage releases the second stage, there's supposedly a flip maneuver that takes place with the first stage before it comes in for its vertical landing. Now, getting back to these three clowns like I showed before, the Backstreet Boy Reject and these two, let's take a listen to what they say here.
You actually just saw the grid fins on the first stage pop out right there. We use those to dynamically steer the vehicle as it comes back down using air resistance as it passes through supersonic airstreams
these
to
things.
get it back towards the landing zone 1 at Cape Canaveral.
Take a look at this junk. Take a look at that garbage. That's going to stabilize this rocket for a landing? I mean, people will believe this, they'll believe anything. Now listen to what it said here.
So it looks like the clouds are just beginning to break there, making for a pretty picture-perfect landing. No video from the ground like we expected earlier, but...
No video from the ground like we expected earlier. Give me a break once again. So again, you only have this external footage provided by SpaceX. I mean, with all the money they have, with Elon Musk being a billionaire, $13.4 billion, and I guess it doesn't fit in the budget to have more camera angles, camera views. And with all the money he has, he could put cameras all around. And for some reason, once again, like I was stating in this video clip, that there's no video available of the landing for some odd reason. But one thing I found interesting is this one SpaceX fanboy, just one out of all the millions, was able to obtain footage. This guy here, no doubt whatsoever, he's part of it. He's part of the payroll, just like these geeks you see here on the same payroll, no doubt whatsoever. Take a look at the footage that he has from his channel with his landing, so-called landing. This is it. Besides the one, again, SpaceX footage you have this one as well. Nothing closer. Amazing. Out of all the millions of SpaceX fanboys and all the billions of dollars, again, that Elon Musk has accumulated through his businesses, and that's all you get. Nothing from CNN, nothing from Fox News, nothing from MSNBC. You have this fanboy, this SpaceX fanboy, Johnny on the spot, that gets this footage. And it doesn't pass a smell test. Just like everything about SpaceX. Besides the launch itself, nothing real about it. Nothing whatsoever. Take another look. Amazing. Just 2 pieces of footage of this landing. And again, talk about the mainstream media. Where are they at? This is supposedly a historic, once again, landing of this rocket. And CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, again, nowhere in sight. Rely on, again, Johnny on the spot. I talk about it many times. I'm not disputing they actually have a rocket launch. Okay, I'm going to speed this up. This rocket does nothing more than once again go straight into the ocean. I'm going to play it towards the very end. And you can see this rocket doing nothing more than crashing into the ocean. Like a pile of junk that it is. Again, nothing more than expensive firework. Now, I found this pretty interesting on Twitter with Elon Musk and his account when asked, is there any reason that most of the landings appear to have been at night so far? And Elon Musk states, it's much easier to do the CGI that way. I mean, this is complete mockery once again. This is how they love to mock.
Again, if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out SECO. It'll then be a little
Stage 2 propulsion is still good.
A little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the Falcon 9 after the upper
Dragon
stage gets a
SpaceX
chance.
nominal trajectory.
Dragon tapping nominal trajectory.
Continuing to check in with Bob and Doug as they are on a nominal trajectory. Just about 10 seconds away from that first stage, starting that entry burn on your right screen. You should be able to see that live.
Oh my god, dude. What is that actually happened? Of course it happened. God, dark. Oh my god, a lot of weird forces at odds.
This burn lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FPS is safe.
That entry burn continues. We're just about a minute away from SECO. We'll have a number of events all happen in rapid succession. It'll be the second engine cut off. We'll be looking for that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
Yeah, actually, just within a few seconds of each other. It's such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon. Right now you can see the displays that they are seeing right now themselves.
Terminal guidance.
And then develop
We are coming up 25 seconds or so away from SECO, the second engine cutoff.
Also the point where the second engine cut off.
Now we are waiting for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I still love
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
What you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship, where our first stage will be coming
Oh
down.
my god, dude.
Looks like we lost that live
You know what
view.
is that actually happened? Of course it happened. God, dark. We'd be. Oh my
And
god.
you can see on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed. This is the first Falcon 9 to carry humans to orbit.
I timestamped it, 10:20 on the official video. This is it here, the official video today. It's 3:25 p.m., Cape Canaveral, Florida. NASA TV, NASA TV, NASA TV. Okay, we see curvature. All right, let's start it up. Here we go. Oh my God, look at those two guys, huh? Look at that curvature. Okay, see that curvature? It's a different camera angle. There's only one jet propulsion. There's not 2, 3, 4. All right. Now look, here it is. Now look at the curvature. Okay, what's happening to the curvature? Hey, somebody tell me. Jesus. Oh my God, look at the curvature here. Its camera's just on the other side. Okay. Here we go. Oh, what the hell? Where's the curvature we just had? Look at it. Look at the curvature. The other one's just a different angle. What's going on? Unbelievable. Oh my. Well, that's. Now that is some Earth curvature, ain't it? Look at the curvature here. Okay. Curvature here. We can see it. Even if you take a little portion. Look at this. Straighter than a fucking arrow. Can somebody out there explain this to me? What are you going to tell me? It's a little short piece of Earth? Well, what about it here? Here, look at this little short piece here. It's curvature here. It's curvature here. All right. But here, there's none. What the hell? Serious fucking issues, babe. Serious fucking issues.
So it's really hard to believe that this is real.
And you're here.
Today I'm going to review the SpaceX pantomime company, and then I'm going to pose the question. Does this SpaceX stuff pass the smell test? Or is it the usual tosh we get on the heliocentric pantomime circuit known as space? Let's have a look. First up, let's just take a look at these heliocentric space pantomime costumes and pose the question here. Are these better than the traditional pantomime costumes? I'm not impressed. So we got your space panto costume and your traditional panto costume. Space, traditional. Space, traditional. If I'm honest, I think for credibility, the traditional might have been better, because these just ain't cutting it, I'm afraid. These are shocking. And the guys in the background with the masks on, I'm guessing that's not for COVID. I'm guessing that's because of the overwhelming smell of bullshit that is oozing from the pantomime stage that is SpaceX. Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh my God, dude. You know what? Is that actually happened? Of course it happened. God, dark. We've become. Oh my God. A lot of weird.
Wszystko. Nie ma się czego czepić. Jeżeli ktoś się czegoś czepił, wszystko. Nie ma się czego czepić.
So it's really hard to believe that this is real. Oh, I'd like to just, acknowledge the incredible work of the people at SpaceX and NASA and everyone in creating this technology and...
Creating what technology, Elon? You're muttering and you're stuttering. There's no conviction. There's no emotion. Just awkwardness. You're claiming that this, thanking people for inventing this great technology. All you've supposedly done is go to low Earth orbit. But in 1969, man supposedly, America supposedly was doing wheel spins on the moon and playing crazy golf. So what technology have you invented? That's right, nothing. Just daft stories, fella.
In what has culminated in this incredible launch today of getting astronauts back to orbit after almost a decade, I think this is something that should really get people, right on the heart of anyone who is has any spirit of exploration. And the United States is a distillation of the human spirit of exploration.
Is this guy for real? Given what's going on in America at the moment, this guy thinks everyone should be feeling his bit of panto because this idiot sent a rocket up. Literally, we saw a firework. And we've had a bit of panto played out on our screen. Everyone should feel it. Sorry, mate. The days of space panto are over. You know it as well. There's no conviction in what you're saying. Just emptiness. I agree. It cannot be easy defending utter fucking nonsense, alright? So, I get it. It's not easy. But I think I could probably do a better job than you. There's nothing. Emptiness, waffle, gibberish.
This is something that's particularly important in the United States, but appeals...
Yeah, don't worry about people losing their homes, jobs, people getting battered, murdered by cops. Don't worry about any of this information, all these crazy stuff going on. Feel the pantomime. Clown.
To everyone with throughout the world who has within them the spirit of exploration. So
I got the spirit of exploration, but not looking up at the sky and fantasizing about rockets and CGI. Mine's more about exploring this place, fella. By sea, by land, by air. Going south for as far as you can go. Going north for as far as you can go. Mapping it, having a look about. That would be real exploration. Not taking someone's word for it. Go and have a look for myself.
I'm really quite overcome with emotion on this day. It's kind of hard.
Really? That's funny, because I'm not detecting it whatsoever. What I'm detecting is awkwardness and quite a bad liar, fella.
It's been 18 years working towards this goal, so it's hard to believe that it's happened. We haven't quite yet docked it.
You're right, it is hard to believe it's happened. The only thing that's happened is a very poor production known as pantomime. That's the only thing that's happened that's real. The rest of it, wow.
The space station, and of course we need to bring them back safely, and we need to repeat these missions and have this be a regular occurrence. So it's a lot of work to do, but it's just incredible. I think this is something that everyone, this is a...
And let's not forget, just before I go, what Elon is supposedly replacing. The great American shuttle. When in fact, when we look at this official NASA footage, it's nothing more than a prop in a dark room with an Airfix model space shuttle attached to a bulk roll inspired space station made with mosaic tiles, no doubt stuck on a stick in a dark room while the supposed globe Earth is projected on the right. Look at it. It's a fucking model. And that is supposedly where Elon sends his rockets, and these people are docking. Shocking. Original footage, and look at the state of it. $17,500 miles an hour. SpaceX, just like NASA, are shockingly bad. On the pantomime scale, NASA get a B-. SpaceX, C-. Absolutely shocking. And we only have to look at original old school NASA footage like we've just seen to remind ourselves all of it. The ISS, heliocentric space, is nonsense. High altitude planes, airfix models, CGI, hairspray commercials, pantomime, all blended together to entertain an audience that's gullible enough to believe this nonsense. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Meanwhile, supposedly in the ISS, the two heroes have just joined the ISS, coming through the hatch. Pay particular attention to our mate here on the right in the black top. His left hand on the right is almost like he's unhitching a cable. So pay particular attention to the astronaut on the right hand side and his left hand. So let's have a look. And again, what's he doing there? Once more. It's almost like our mate there is doing his little trick with his harness there to stop himself moving a bit too far. Again, rumbled. No wonder Elon was so sketchy and there was no real emotion. No wonder. This pantomime is just getting worse and worse and worse.
I feel safe knowing that we have satellites that can rain God's holy hellfire upon our enemies on this majestic, flat Earth of ours.
Yes, Congressman, this Earth is certainly majestic.
And flat.
So it's really hard to believe that this is real.
On this majestic, flat Earth of ours.